Now, for the past few months, Nbayoungboy has been acting extremely strange. He's been doing and saying a lot of things that's gotten a lot of his fans worried, and it's now gotten to the point where people think that he might be suicidal. So without wasting any time, let's actually talk about what has happened here. Now, if you know anything about Youngboy, then you know that he's been through a lot of things in his life. He's seen a lot of things. There's been moments where he's done things that he's regretted, and he talks about all these things in his music. And of course, by this point, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with his legal situation. He's been in and out of jail multiple times and whatnot. I've been paying a lot of attention to what kind of music he's been making recently, and I definitely think there's a lot of things to talk about here. Now, this conversation regarding Youngboy started when he released the song Traumatized.
I swear I'm traumatized, caught in that fire, lot of bullets flying, whole lot of people dying.
Now, if you've listened to this track right here, then you know that it's an extremely dark record. The overall purpose of this track could be seen as a cry for help, because if you read some of the lyrics on here, you'll realize that he's really telling a story relevant to his life on here. On one line of the track, he says, "Won't sacrifice my child, 2020, we all will die."
Won't sacrifice my child, 2020, we all would die.
This right here was pretty much the starting point of this entire conversation. A lot of Youngboy fans started making YouTube videos about how he's sacrificed himself to the devil and sold his soul, because why else would he mention sacrificing his own child and all of us dying in 2020? The scary thing about this is only 2 months after him releasing this song, Nbayoungboy's son was in a car accident. Now, you could only imagine the kind of speculations fans were making up now after the fact that he's released a song where he says, "Won't sacrifice my child," and then only 2 months after his son is in a car accident. Another interesting thing we can talk about is the 2020 we all will die line from the song. When I heard it for the first time, I was thinking to myself, why the year 2020? Is there maybe a big revolution that's gonna happen that I don't know about? And why did he even say this? And that's what I'm personally trying to figure out. Let's talk about something that happened earlier this year in July. So back in July, Youngboy was live streaming on Instagram Live, and he was previewing some new music for his fans. On the surface, it looks like nothing interesting is going on here until you hear this.
I'ma die before this Christmas, I ain't scared, I'ma face.
Whether he says I'ma die or I might die doesn't really matter, but I think you get what I'm trying to say here. The fact that he said I might die or I'ma die before this Christmas, I ain't scared, I'ma face it, is really scary to me. Is this him maybe predicting what his future is gonna end up like because he is in such a bad place mentally or physically? The truth is, we all could die tomorrow, and of course it's hard to say when our time will come, but here it just feels like Youngboy is speaking it into existence. But of course, a lot of the times artists rap about their issues instead of asking for help because they see it as some kind of venting outlet, which music is, by the way. It is an outlet where you can express your emotions, both for the artist who's making the music and for the listener who's consuming the music. Another thing we can talk about here is his feature on the song Straight Out the Dirt, where he says,
I spent them racks on some more jealous, I signed my deal up in blood letters.
As you could hear, he said, I signed my deal up in blood letters. The reason why people paid so much attention to him talking about how he signed his deal in blood letters is simply because he said this right here on the song Traumatized.
Gotta pray before I sleep, the devil talk to me.
Gotta pray before I sleep, the devil talk to me. Obviously, there's a correlation between him signing a deal in blood letters and the devil talking to him before he sleeps. But let's talk about one of the things that really had me worried for Youngboy, and it's his Drawing Symbols music video.
They say go get that out his hand, he on the porch with a chopper. They say he took like 7 Xans, he say he's helping his problem. He said he cannot trust a girl, he got no love for his mama.
Even before watching this music video, the description of the video has a really weird message that I think you need to see, and it reads, everything was fake, I knew it, you'll never truly know someone in this life we live, it's cool though. Yeah, that too, be prepared to die, karma never missed nobody, haha if you reading, hello, goodbye. As you can see, not your usual description in a music video, but before the video even starts, there's an extremely cryptic handwritten letter that Youngboy shares with the fans. So I'm gonna decipher the most important parts from this letter right here, and then share what Youngboy said, and then we'll talk about it. He starts off the letter by saying, Jesus forever, the answer, I thank you God, I trust you. To ones I care about, let me start here. Be yourself, I love you and will do anything I could for you. You can never do anything to make me change nor talk down on you, never in public or in the public eye. Betrayal the way you can hurt, but all is well, carry on. To ones who don't know me, I'm trying to do right, I swear. It's no one believe anymore, but who cares? I want to change for my freedom and people. I miss so much and so many, but I gotta be happy. Who is here? Please remember all great moments. And then moving on to this next part of the letter, which is probably the most disturbing part, and you'll see exactly what I mean when I read this. To ones who wanna kill me, be my guest, lol, because I'm gonna do it when the time is right. Anyway, haha, you lose. I'm sitting here asking myself, what could all of this really even mean? So first he said that he was gonna gonna die before Christmas, and now he's saying that he's gonna kill himself when the time is right. Obviously, NBA Youngboy is going through a lot of things. That's why he even wrote this letter in the first place. You could of course look at this and say, well, he's just trying to create controversy surrounding his name. Well, the way I see it is, if he was, then he would be way more direct with what he was trying to say and not be so cryptic and make it hard to decipher in the first place. And then let's talk about the song Can't Be Saved. Now, a couple weeks back, NBA Youngboy dropped a song called Can't Be Saved, where he revealed that he has herpes.
Every day getting cussed out by my mom. Herpes in my blood and that shit got me crying.
Just from listening to his music, it seems like there are so many bad things in his life that are piling up one by one, and that's of course manifesting through his music. And regarding the conspiracy that NBA Youngboy has sold his soul considering everything that I talked about in this video, I'm gonna have to say no, that's not the case with him. But what I am gonna say is he's clearly dealing with a lot of internal demons that are haunting him for some reason, and this is not something that's unheard of in hip-hop. In the past, I've talked about Lil Pump and his mental battles. I've talked about how Boonk is literally dying in front of us, and recently, unfortunately, we lost Mac Miller, who is also mentally dealing with a lot of things. I don't know exactly what's going on with Youngboy, but I do know, considering everything from the song Traumatized to the handwritten letter he wrote himself to him straight up saying that he's gonna die before Christmas, I know that we shouldn't take these things lightly, and hopefully people don't. But whether or not this is a cry for help from NBA Youngboy's side, well, you tell me.